ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus here again. As spokesman and advocate for basic human rights for all people, it is my duty, it's my responsibility to try to keep peace, to advocate for prosperity, to advocate for those things of joy. And so I'm here seemingly every day, 2 or 3 times a day perhaps. When we think about all of the things that's going on in the world today, we think about blacks and the problems that we're having with cops. You're thinking about whites and the problems that they're having with people going into schools shooting one another, people going to post office and military bases shooting one another, driving down the street just shooting one another. All kinds of crazy things are happening. And we think we know an answer, but we don't have an answer. So we start talking about giving up our rights. We start talking about bringing the police in, put the police on the blocks, put monitors, whether they are audio or video, on every camera, on every pole, so you can just watch the people. And people agree with this because they think that this is the solution to the problems that they are having. My duty, my responsibility is to let you know if it is or if it isn't. And I want you to know that it is not the solution to the problems. Right now we got people running for president of the United States, none of which have any offer to resolve the problems that people are experiencing every day. No Democrat, no Republican. Some people are, each one of them are addressing some concern, but not enough to make a difference in anything. And the people are so dumbfounded, people are so out of touch, they've been brought so far down and stripped of their humanity till they will settle for anything. People are hurting, and people are angry. They don't know what to do. People are hurting, and people are angry. People need to go to the dentist, got no money. People need to go to the doctor, got no money. People need this kind of treatment to take care of some situation, but they got no money. People need a place to stay, bills paid, but they got no money. People need this, they need that, but they got no money. Because everything costs money, and money is not free. And you can get it only if you can do what somebody who got money wants you to do. And everything that they want you to do works for them and some group, but not for y'all. So, when people are hurting, and there seems to be no answer, they turn to terrorism. Where do you think Al-Qaeda come from? Where do you think ISIS come from? Well, these people came because they were hurting, angry. Nobody could answer their problems. Nobody. And when you look at governments all over the world, nobody got a solution. When you go to the churches all over the world, none of them got a solution. You got billion-dollar churches. You got million-dollar churches. You got people like Osteen. I call his name out because he's out there prominent. I call his name out because even in my household, they want to listen to Osteen, but not me. The reason they want to listen to Osteen is because Osteen seems to be saying the same old traditional stuff they've been hearing all their life. It don't work for nothing. But they'll put the blame on something else and say Osteen is cool. But Osteen's supposed to be working with a God who has a solution to the problems. And all Osteen is saying, come over here. And now you got a bunch of people going straight to hell filling up a big grand, what you call a mega church. But as spokesman and advocate for basic human rights, it's not to condemn that if I can't offer a solution to that. The solution to that is God. And God is the creator of everything. Everything you want, even yourself. And being the maker of you and everything that you could possibly want, he has provided for that. And the only thing that you have to do in order to be a recipient of that is to have the same mind as Christ. Have a renewing of those stupid minds that you have been programmed by your capitalist system, by your socialist system, by your communistic system. You've got to change your way and make it a godly way. And God is no fool. God is a lot of fun. God, you can swim with God. You can dance with God. You can take a drink with God. You can go out with friends with God. You can have all the same kind of fun that you can have any other way. You can have no fun with anybody on any condition that any greater than the fun that you can have with God. Now here I am talking to you like this. I don't represent what your styles would be for somebody to be your president. You think your president got to be articulate, like Barack Obama. You think your president got to be white, like most of yours. Now you want to put a woman in there. And none of them got any solution to these problems. Not a single one of them got a solution to these problems. And they don't have to. Because they have brought you down. They have treated you so much like dirt till you don't even know that you got these rights, that you got these wonderful things that are open to you. And so you're just looking for somebody to answer your problem. To hell with everybody else's problem. And that's where all of you going with an attitude like that. Straight to hell. Straight down to hell. You don't want to hear it. I don't give a hoot if you don't want to hear it. Doesn't matter because you got $1 billion. You're going straight to hell. It doesn't matter because you're a trillionaire. You're going straight to hell with an attitude like that. And it doesn't matter if you broke. If you got an attitude like that, you're going straight to hell too. So I'm talking to you about the renewing of your mind. But how are you going to renew your mind? How in the world can you live your whole life being trained to be a boy and end up turning to a girl? How are you going to end up being a girl and end up turning to a boy? How are you going to end up being evil and low down and dirty and turn good and nice? You got to be introduced. Introduced to the Father. And how are you introduced to the Father? You're not introduced to the Father by somebody reading a book. You're not introduced to someone standing before you like I'm doing today, telling you about God. What you need to know, you need to see. You need to see love. You need to see compassion. You need to see somebody who cares about you, who will go out of their way for you. And who is you? You is all of you. You find that, you got it. But the problem with that is this. You've been trained to think that somebody like that is the devil. When they come and try to take your wife, your life away. Did I say wife? Trying to destroy you. Because you say, how can anybody be that good? Because you are so far from it. And you are so far, you don't think anybody can be. They got to be deceiving. They got to be a con artist to come to you saying that you can have peace. That's saying that you can be prosperous. Saying that you can enjoy life. They got to be a con artist coming to you telling you that. When you've been programmed the way you think, that's the only way you can go. But I tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, anybody that's being led by the Spirit of God will not allow your negativeness to change their mind, because that's being connected to God. There's only one way they can go. They walk by the Spirit. They talk by the Spirit. They live by the Spirit. And joy is in their lives. It's in their lives, number one. They're not walking around just like me sometimes complaining, because it seems that the people don't care about one another. When I see people talking about Miss Clinton being president of the United States, and I know Miss Clinton don't give a damn about you. When I hear people talking about Donald Trump being, these people are saying these things because they are hoping. They are hoping that somebody would care about them to help eliminate their anger, to eliminate their pain, but it's not coming that way, because the one who could show them and introduce them to that is not on the ballot. It's not going to be on the ticket. Not running for office. He's in the streets with a sign telling you, you got to wake up. But while he's walking, talking about things that you got to do, he himself is doing it as an example so you will understand it. Whew. Now, you're hurting. It's not going to go away. I would like to tell you, the easiest way to stop your hurt is to start thinking about other people too. Start thinking about not just what you can do, but what you all can do for each other. And not what this group can do against that group, or that group against that group, but how you groups can come together and do it. Can you groups come together and do it? If you want peace and prosperity and joy, you groups are going to have to do it. Ain't no ifs and ands about that. You're going to have to do it. Now, how can a guy like me talking like this be the president of the United States? I'm not articulate. I'm a country boy. Grew up with an education from Alcorn State University. It's good for me, but for you it's not. I'm nobody. Let me see. In my pockets, I got my wife's credit card I ain't get back to her yet. And I got $2 or $3. In my whole life, that's all I got. All my whole life. And I'm a college graduate with dreams and aspirations as a kid, gonna be somebody. But I chose not to be somebody when you act like you ain't nothing. So if I'm somebody, I want you to be somebody. I want you to be somebody. And why do I want you to be somebody? Because there's a spirit in me. There's a spirit in me that I don't apologize for. And that spirit says that I am somebody. And because I am somebody, so are you, because you are of that same spirit. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Ain't don't need to be fussing. I'm just sounding this way, ladies and gentlemen. Not because I'm angry, not because I'm mad. Because I just want to reach you. And I know I got to go through a thick wall of programming from the New World Order, from prejudiceness, from racism, from hate. And that's kind of deep. But I hope I've said something here that might help some of you to take the necessary actions. If you want us to say, Eddie, well, what should I do as an individual to help in this solution? All I can say is look at your brothers. Look at them real good and see the reflection of yourselves in their eyes. And that will be a start. people are hurting and angry. That's why they're shooting up everybody. And while you are in the programming stage that you're in, not knowing what to do, you're giving up all of your basic human rights to the one that's allowing these problems to exist. In fact, the one who's creating these problems, they're robbing you blind. Now that's the message from God today. Take heed. Bye-bye.